Gosh, I can't believe it's week 23. This week we're going to cover everything that's happened in work, life and parenting as I continue my pregnancy journey on week 23.
This is as good a day as any.
Hi, I'm Hills. Welcome to week 23 of my pregnancy update. If you haven't watched before, I'm Hills. I'm mum to two little boys. I'm pregnant with baby number 3. This is my last baby, so I'm trying to document this journey week by week so that I don't forget, and also want to help any other mums out there, especially those ones that are juggling work, kids, and pregnancy. So this week, the biggest thing this week is that I feel so pregnant suddenly. The baby is about 30 centimeters, I believe. So, that is much bigger than before. And from what I understand, the baby will now put on a lot of weight every week between now and the end of the pregnancy, but that their features and measurements are pretty much in proportion. And so, yeah, it's just all about getting fat now. With that in mind, I weighed myself this week and I am weighing in at around 4 kilos more than I was at the start of the pregnancy. If you've watched any of my other updates, you'll know that whilst that is not a massive amount, it's also not a tiny amount, but it's not a massive amount, but I got pregnant right at Christmas where I was eating and drinking and not thinking about what I was really putting in my body, and so I was probably carrying a couple of extra pounds and didn't have any intention of weighing myself. Then I discovered I was pregnant, and so I think it's approximately 4 kilos of weight that I have put on. The baby is moving a lot. I love it. It's so reassuring. And what's even nicer about it is that now the kids can feel the kicking. They can sometimes see my belly moving, and my husband can feel it as well. And so that's just lovely, because for the last few weeks it felt like I was the only one that could feel it, and they either didn't have the patience to sit there long enough with their hands on my belly, or the kicks felt big to me and weren't big to them. But now they can totally feel it, and it's so nice. And as I said before, I just feel much more pregnant now. So like getting up 3 flights of stairs, for example, to get to our bedroom is a mission, and by the time I get to the top I'm so out of breath. I'm also really using my maternity pillow now, and with those 3 flights of stairs in mind, I'm actually thinking about getting another one just for downstairs. In the last update I spoke about really needing to get some exercise in, and honestly work is so intense I am just not managing to do it. It's intense and a little bit stressful, and my days are just packed with Zoom meetings, and I'm not getting any time to get outside and walk, especially when you factor in school runs at the beginning and the end of the day. But I'm really hoping that changes, because the weather is good, and to be able to just walk for an hour a day I think would just make me a bit more physically fit before labour. From a work perspective as well, this week I sorted out my maternity leave plans. I actually am so lucky because I have about a month of holiday that I need to use before I go on maternity leave. So what I'm going to do is take a couple of weeks when the kids stop school in July, then go back for another week and a half, and then finish up at around mid-August. And so that will give me about 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks before the baby comes, to just get nesting and get the house ready. And I've never had that before. I always worked right up until the day before my due date. And actually, in the case of my last baby, I actually went into labour before my maternity leave even officially started. So to have this period of time where I can just switch off from work and feel like I have time to get ready for the baby is going to be amazing. It's going to be such a gift. Stress levels for work are still really high because the work is so intense. I don't have a maternity cover yet, and so I'm just trying to get as many projects off the ground before I leave, so that everyone really knows what they're responsible for doing for that 12-month period that I'm out. I always do this in maternity leave. I get a little work cycle before I step out, and it's not healthy because so much changes within a year, and no matter how much you plan, there's no way that you can really cover every eventuality of what might happen within that year period. So yeah, I need to have a word with myself. With my other two kids, we've been working to get them a little bit more independent ahead of the baby being born. Just some things that are really going to help, I think, when it comes to just managing the logistics of 3 kids. So my 11-year-old is now having his own showers. He's washing his hair, getting ready, putting clothes in the washing basket, making his bed, you know, these things that are just really helping to take a little bit of the weight away from me and my husband on the lead up to the 3rd baby being born. My 5-year-old has also become really good at taking care of everything, and I won't go into too much detail when he goes to the bathroom. Those were things that we were helping him with before. He's also great at giving himself a shower, but we still, you know, are there and helping him a little bit. And they both also have just got really good on their bikes recently. So it means that when we're out, they can, like going to the park or whatever, they can jump on their bikes. And it just means that, you know, they're not kind of holding on to me at the same time as I will be pushing a buggy. You might have remembered from a previous video as well, I was talking about how my 5-year-old had become super clingy since I announced the pregnancy, and I don't know if that was a reaction to me being pregnant, but we did a couple of things to try and ease the co-sleeping that seemed to develop over the last couple of months. We got him a weighted blanket, and we switched his bunk bed to the top instead of the bottom, and for 4 nights in a row now he has slept really well throughout the night in his own bed, and he has not been coming up to my bedroom or my husband's bedroom, which is amazing because we will have the baby up here, and it's going to be tricky if I have my 5-year-old being disturbed and the baby getting up for nighttime feeds. I keep saying that I am going to do another video about the products that I've been loving throughout pregnancy, and I will do it. But one thing I have to share with you is this fake tan. You've probably seen it all over Instagram. I have. But I finally decided to give it a go, and it's so lovely, and it makes you feel so much better as you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and so I wanted to share it with you. It's not sponsored at all, but what I love about this fake tan is it's leaving my skin super, super soft. It's not drying it out at all, which is so important, of course, in pregnancy, especially for our bellies. So I wanted to show it to you. It is called Coco and Eve Sunny Honey. I have it in dark, and it's the Bali Bronzing Foam. And it just goes on so easily, it dries so quickly, it doesn't seem to come off on clothes very easily, and it doesn't break up on your skin. I'm just exfoliating once a week, and that seems to be enough. And so this might be one to check out, especially if you are pregnant in the summer. Before I go, let me show you the bump for this week, because I think it's got a lot bigger, but you might not think that it has, so let me show you. So this is baby bump at 23 weeks and 6 days. I'm 24 weeks tomorrow. These joggies are amazing, by the way. Look at this. A whole cover up on top of them. I think they're from M&S actually. So yeah, I just feel a lot bigger than I was before, but I think it's because the bump has come up a little bit higher, and the baby is kicking like crazy on my bladder, so it makes me feel like I need a wee all the time. So yeah, that is bump on week 23. So that is it for week 23 update. I will be back very soon with week 24. Can't believe how quickly it's going. Please do subscribe if you would like to follow along on this journey. If you're on this journey yourself, please do leave some comments down below. I love it when I see that other people are at this similar stage. It's just like creating that excitement together. You can also follow along for more regular updates on Instagram Work.Life.Mum and TikTok Work.Life.Mum. For now, have an amazing week and I will see you again next week. Take care. Bye.